Good afternoon student, welcome in our today's class in the course number extension 111 credit 2 plus 0, that is a 2, course title rural sociology and educational psychology. So today's topic for discussion is a rural sociology, its meaning, definition, scope, importance and interrelationship between the rural sociology and agriculture extension. We already discussed in the previous class about the overall syllabus of this course. So let's start our today's topic. So first of all, we are going to discuss about what is the meaning of sociology. So meaning of sociology is nothing but the sociology term is derived from two words, that is the first one is a Latin word, that is a socius, and Greek word is logos. This sociology is derived from Latin word socius and Greek word logos. So what is the meaning of socius? Socius meaning is a friend, companion or companion society, or logos is a speech, calculation or reasoning. So it is nothing but it is a study or theory of human companion. Okay, sociology meaning is a theory of human companion. What is the companion? So we sharing with our friends some feelings, some ideas. Okay, we sharing something with our family members, our neighbors, where we are living. Okay, companion is nothing but it is the relationship. So what kind of the relationship with a other human, that is your human companion. So we are sharing this conversation, we are sharing the various things with each other. So that is about your sociology. It is nothing but it is a theory or study of human companions, human relationships. That is the thing is here. So then we are going towards the next slide, that is the definition of sociology. So according to Ogburn and Nimkov in 1960, it is the scientific study of social life. So people who are living in the village area, so we study about that life of the peoples. Okay, that is a social life. In Marathi we call as in a sociology, that is Samaj. So what is that Samaj Shastra, sociology? So we are going to study about that social life. ओके, सामाजिक जीवनाबद्दलचा अभ्यास म्हणजेच युअर सोशोलॉजी, द सायंटिफिक स्टडी ऑफ सोशल लाईफ. सो अकॉर्डिंग टू देसाई AR, अगेन द डेफिनेशन ऑफ सोशोलॉजी इज द सायन्स ऑफ सोसायटी. सो व्हॉट इज द सोसायटी? वी कॉल्ड इन मराठी दॅट इज समाज. सो काय आहे समाज म्हणजे? सो समाज इज नथिंग बट, और सोसायटी इज नथिंग बट द पीपल हू आर लिव्हिंग ॲट द सेम जिओग्राफिकल एरिया, द शेअरिंग द कॉमन इंटरेस्ट, द शेअरिंग द कॉमन व्हॅल्यूज, and they are called as a social unit, that is your society. So that is the science of society is your sociology. Then some scientists also did work in this regarding the sociology. So one of the scientists in world, that is Auguste Comte, is referred as a father of sociology. He did this various work in this sociology. Is a French philosopher or French sociologist, is called as a, or is often referred as a father of sociology. So you keep in mind this Auguste Comte is a father of sociology. Okay, in a world. Then this sociology term is launched, or it is started in our India in the year of 1919 at a Bombay University. Okay, there is one scientist, professor is there, or scientist is there, that is a Dr. Pedrick. Okay, under that Dr. Pedrick, Dr. Ghurre is working as a student. So he is called as a, Dr. Ghurre is called as a, or often referred as a first Indian sociologist, because he did some various work regarding the particular sociology. So he is called as a first Indian sociologist, Dr. Ghurre. So you should keep in mind this scientist name and why they called as a father of sociology and first Indian sociologist. Then we are discussing about the rural sociology. So what is the definition of rural sociology? We discuss about the sociology, that is a scientific study of social life or the science of society. So what is the rural sociology? Rural sociology, the people who are living in the rural area. Okay, that is your rural sociology. So what is the definition of this rural sociology? It is nothing but it is a systematic study of people living in a rural areas and who are immediately dependent on agriculture. Okay, we know very well that the rural and urban area is there, or rural or urban society is there. So here we are focusing on the rural people, rural sociology. It's nothing but people who are living in the rural areas and who are immediately dependent on agriculture, that is your rural sociology. Then according to Rogers EM in 1960, rural sociology is defined as the specialized application of knowledge of rural people in a group relationship. So what kind of the knowledge they have, that should be the in a group relationship, that is the intra and inter relationships groups are there. What is mean by group? Group is nothing but it is when more than two people or two people come together, they form the group. They sharing their feelings, they have the understanding in between them, they have some feelings for each other, sharing the ideas with each other, they have the inter communication with each other, that is your group. So there is intra and inter group relationships are there, okay, and there is a lot of group are there, okay. So that is your definition of rural sociology. Again, it is a science of human relationship in a rural environment. Again, I already told in a meaning of sociology, that is it is a human companion, it is a human relationship. So here rural sociology is nothing but it is the science of human relationship in a rural environment. How people have the relationship at their rural environment, we are going to study about that, is called as a rural sociology. So that is a definition of rural sociology. Then we discuss about the scope of rural sociology. So what is the scope of rural sociology? Rural sociology is nothing but it is the we already discussed. So scope is nothing but it is opportunity, or why we are going to study about this rural sociology. So at least in the three areas this rural sociology is a work. So which are the three areas? The first one is accumulation of sociological knowledge, then the second one is empirical research procedure, and third is channelizing that sociological knowledge for solving the problem. Again, this channelizing the sociological knowledge for solving problem, again there is a three methods, by with the help of these three methods we can solve the problem of rural people, that is a rural social psychology, rural social organization, and rural social value. So we move towards our previous slide, that is a scope of rural sociology. Here first area where the rural sociology has the at least work, or they have the scope, it is accumulation of sociological knowledge. Accumulation means nothing but it is the collection of sociological knowledge of rural people. So this rural sociology is a help for the extension worker or for the rural change agent to accumulate or to collect sociological knowledge having with the people. Means what kind of the sociological knowledge, that is what kind of, if they want to provide some information related to the agriculture to the rural people, so they should have the details knowledge about the rural people. So there is age, their education, what kind of the social life they live, what kind of the relationship they have with each other, what level of thinking they have. So all this knowledge should they have to study, or they have to collect with them, okay, to work with the farmer. Then the empirical this knowledge, how you should collect this knowledge? This knowledge should be collected by the empirical research procedure. What is the empirical research? Or it is a social research. Empirical research is nothing but it is you are taking the experiments or observing the papers, okay. By observation, by experiment, we should collect the information, okay. How? There is having some steps, that is first of all collecting the that identify the purpose or identify the objectives on which you are going to want to take information. Then you should decide the different kind of the research methodology, how you are going to collect that information from the rural people. Then you should decide the statistical methods or analyzing method for that particular information collected, and then you should conclude that particular information, okay, and then the final result will be there. So it is one of the empirical research procedure is there. We should identify then you should decide the methodology, then you should analyze that particular information, okay, then you should take the conclusion of that particular information. So, this is the empirical research procedure by you should follow to know about the sociological knowledge of the particular rural people. Then the channelizing that sociological, whatever the information you collected through this empirical research procedure about the rural life or rural people, that will be help to solve the problem of rural people. If people having some problem regarding with any issues, so that can be solved by this with the help of this sociological knowledge whatever you collected. So, then I already told under this there is a 3 steps, 3 methods are there: rural social psychology, rural social organization and rural social value. So, rural psychology is nothing but rural social psychology is nothing but it is the study of human minds. So, you should with the help of this rural sociology, the rural psychology, you can study the human minds, how they think about the particular particular object, particular information. So, it will be the help to solve the problem of that particular rural peoples. So, that is the social psychology. And the social organization, there is a different kind of the organization at the rural area. There is a different kind of the formal and informal organization is there, family is there, marriage is there, class system, caste system, government, economics, education, cooperative societies is there. So, you should study all this factor at the particular area and you should solve the problem of the people. And the rural social value. So, what kind of the social value is there? Social value is nothing but it is one of the guide. They guide to the people how you should think over the particular object or particular thing. So, you should study about the what kind of the social value they have and how you can solve the problem with the help of the that social value. So, these are the scope of rural sociology. With the help of this rural sociology, the particular extension worker or change agent can modify or can change the rural people minds towards the any agriculture improved practices to adopt particular improved agriculture practices. So, that is the thing is there. Then we are going to discuss about the importance of rural sociology in agriculture extension. So, what is importance of rural sociology in agriculture? So, agriculture extension we are going to discuss here. What is the agriculture extension or extension? Extension is nothing but it is a stretching out. So, whatever the extension worker is there who are working with the rural people, he should have the knowledge or he should have the information about their behavior, their attitude, and they can change or modify their attitude and behavior, okay, to sake of the adopt particular improved practices. So, for that it is very necessary to study about the rural sociology, means their behavior, their attitude, their social life, all things should be studied, their culture, tradition, okay, what are their needs, their want, all these things should be studied to use of that information for the agriculture extension. So, there is a 4 points comes under this importance of rural sociology in agriculture extension. So, what is the first? It is a change agent and their importance. Then second one is a transfer of innovation, then changing human behavior and role of change agent. So, these are the importance of rural sociology in agriculture extension. We are going to discuss one by one in detail about this. So, change agent and their importance. So, change agent and their importance. So, after the independence in our India, after got the independence of our India after the 1947, this change agent term is launched. How we are going to discuss in detail. So, change agent, what is the change agent? Change agent is a person who sets in the motion or process of change after the realizing the certain changes are necessary for a particular rural society or village community. He will first of all observe that particular rural society or village community and he will study about that particular rural society, and after that he are going to change that particular rural society, or he will be transfer whatever the information he want to change in their style. So that is about the change agent. He changed the process or motion if it is necessary to particular rural society. So I already discussed that is after independence there is some of the problem arises. The first problem is what? Shortage of food. It is one of the problem. Why it is a difficult to tackle this problem? Why? There is a lot of new skills or lot of technology in agriculture are there, but due to the increasing population, means population is increasing, म्हणजे लोकसंख्या ही वाढत होती, but shortage of food is there, means अन्नाची कमतरता होती. So that's why this National Extension Service is launched in 1953. Why it is launched? It is launched due to that there is a lot of technology is there with the agriculture, but problem is that that particular person is not there to communicate with the farmer to accept whatever the new technology is with the agriculture. So that's why under this National Extension Service in 1953, the change agent like village level worker is posted at village level to communicate with the rural people about this improved agricultural practices. Okay, so they can give the information related to the new technology which is having with the agriculture department or the different research stations. Okay, so people can accept that particular information and they adopt that particular technology on their farm to getting the more yield. So that is a change agent and their importance. Then second is the transfer of innovation. So what is the innovation? It is nothing but it's a new idea or new improved practices which is shared or which are pursued by the new as a particular people who are living in the particular society or community. That is your innovation. Okay, so new idea or new improved practices which is perceived as new by the peoples who are living in the same area. So that is about your innovation. So that transfer of innovation is means whatever the new idea or whatever the new improved practices is there which is developed or which is launched by the particular research stations, Krishi Vigyan Kendra, different agriculture universities, okay, or different research stations, that will be transferred up to the farmer. That is your transfer of innovation with the help of with the channel of change agent or extension worker. There is one linkage is there, what? Researcher, extension worker or change agent and farmer. Okay, this is the linkage. So this is the transfer of innovation. So he is a major role played by the change agent is that he is a study about the social and cultural environment of the farmer, so that he will be transfer this new practice or improved practice to the farmer, give the importance about the new practices or new idea to the farmers, and by using the different demonstration, by taking the different kind of the program related to that particular new innovation, he will be give the information to the farmer and change their mind to accept that particular innovation. So that is about the transfer of innovation. Whatever the new practice or new improved practices or new idea is there, that will be transferred from researcher to farmer with the help of extension worker or change agent. Then the third point is changing human behavior. They giving the information to the farmer, okay, who? Change agent. After that there is a very difficult task is there, changing human behavior. So what is the human behavior? Behavior is nothing, how the farmer behave, how they think, what kind of the attitude they have, what kind of the psychology they have. All this study is your human behavior. So here change agent is using different kind of the democratic method or educational method to aware the people regarding their new practices or new ideas, giving the information related to the farmers okay, with they having whatever the adequate knowledge with him, and whatever the communication they have, with the help of that all the things, he is changing the behavior of the people, okay, and set their mind to adopt that particular agriculture, new agriculture practices to increase their production. So that is you are changing human behavior. Then next is a role of change agent. So here role of change agent, whatever we discussed in the previous point, that is the thing is here. So first role of change agent is what? To understand the program and their objective. Change agent want to want by change agent want to change the behavior of the particular rural people to accept their information related to the new practices. Okay, so here he should decide the first of all program and objective, understand that particular program and objective. Then second, he should what he should think, or he should current what is going on in the minds of the people, he should study about that. Okay, what are the current thoughts in the minds of the people, he should understand that, and according to that he using the particular program. Then whatever the new idea he want to give to the farmer, he should understand their motives, their reaction towards the particular information, whatever the new by the people. Okay, and the fourth is understand the people who are, some people are initiative, some people are hesitate regarding the particular program or particular taking the particular decision. So some people are initiative, they are extrovert, okay, they are talkative, so they can take the initiative, they can ask the question, they can ask the question related to their problem, but some are they hesitate to talk with the other person regarding their problems. So to identify that kind of the people who are initiative and who are hesitated persons, so this is the role of change agent, and this is the importance of rural sociology in agriculture extension. Rather than this 4 point, again you should add some points here. There is a to study about the social organization, to study about the social control, to study about the social value, social psychology, social institutions, okay, social mobility. You should study about all these things. You should add this point in the importance of rural sociology, agriculture extension. Then next point is there is an interrelationship between the rural sociology and agriculture extension. So here as we discuss about the rural sociology in this topic, so what is the rural sociology? It is a scientific study of laws of the structure and development of rural society, But agriculture extension is what? It is one of the informal education. You know very well there is a types of educations are informal, formal and non-formal. So here extension education is a informal education because it did not have any fixed curriculum, there is not having any rules regulation, it is out of the class system. So here it is informal education of rural people with the view to develop rural society at a desirable lives. So that is about the agriculture extension. Rural sociology is a scientific study of laws and structure and development of rural society, and agriculture extension, it is one of the informal education system of rural people to develop their rural society at a desirable lives. Then the second difference, that rural sociology is a study attitude and behavior of rural people, but agriculture extension to seek to modify or change that particular attitude and behavior of the village people for their betterment. Okay, rural sociology to study the attitude and behavior, and agriculture extension to modify that attitude and behavior. Then the third point, it studies the need and interest of the rural society. What are the needs and interest of the peoples? That should be studied, that should be identified in the rural sociology. But in agriculture extension, third point is it helps to discover that needs and problem and build the education program on the basis of that needs and problem. Okay, so that is about the third. Then the fourth is rural sociology, it analyzes the rural social relationship. So what kind of the relationship have people with each other? Okay, that is a group organization and leadership. Again, rural areas, the social process is there. what are the kind of the cooperation, association and competition with each other. All these things are analyzing in rural sociology, but in agriculture extension utilize village organization, leadership and favorable social processes to achieve objective of rural development. Okay. Then the fifth point is that rural sociology studies the social situation and assembles social fact of rural society. So, what is the social situation at present in the rural area? To study about that social situation is your rural sociology, and agriculture extension is a nothing but it is a make use of that social data or that social situation or that collecting information to build up to the next up its extension program for rural areas. So, extension worker want to develop an extension program. For that purpose, he should have the social data, or he should have the or he should study the what is the social situation at present in that particular area. So, that is your agriculture extension. Then sixth and last difference in between the rural sociology and agriculture extension is rural sociology is investigate the social, cultural, political and religious problem of rural society, but agriculture extension is also studies their problem with the reference in their impact of extension worker. So, in rural sociology it investigates the what kind of the social life of rural people, what are the culture of the rural people, means their tradition, their beliefs, their customs, what is the political things are there, gram panchayat is there, cooperative society is there, what kind of the religion they have, Hindu, Muslim, whatever it may be. So, or what kind of the problem related to that will be the investigated in the rural sociology. And agriculture extension, it also studies these problem related to the social, culture, political and religious, and what will be the its impact on a extension work. So, this is the about the interrelationship between the rural sociology and agriculture extension. Then some of the important question from this chapter is the scope of rural sociology and explain its importance in agriculture extension. Then the second one is a explain scope and importance of rural sociology in agriculture extension. Same question, explain the interrelationship between the rural sociology and agriculture extension. Then define the term rural sociology, give the again interrelationship between the rural sociology and agriculture extension, define the term rural sociology, state its importance in agriculture extension. So, these are the some important question which is came in the semester end examination. Okay, but now it is a situation of COVID pandemic. So, what will be the pattern, or what it will be the offline or online, don't know, but you should study all this question for your objective purpose. Okay, so this is the some of the important question. Then some of the reference books is there, Ray GL 2003 extension communication management, it is Kallani publication, 5th revised and enlarged edition, Sagar Mandal 2017, that is a textbook of rural sociology and educational psychology, Kallani publishers. Okay, then PS Kapse sir having one notes of PS Kapse sir, that is the fundamental of rural sociology and educational psychology. This is about our today's class. Hope you understand all the points whatever I told to you or teach to you. So, if you have any doubts, you can ask in comments. You should like, share and subscribe my YouTube channel. Thank you.